Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen, and in this video I am going to be doing my October TBR video, or October to be read. So this month is my favorite month of the whole year because first of all, it is my birthday this month. My birthday is right at the beginning on October 4th, and I already got some books from family and friends for my birthday already, but I will be showing most of those in a birthday book haul. But I do have some that I received that I will be reading this month, so you will be getting a little preview on some of the books that I got already. Also, I just love Halloween. I love that it's the start of the spooky season. I love scary movies and reading some scary books or some big epic fantasy. So that is kind of what I have going on for this month. So this TBR is a little ambitious, and realistically, I'm not really expecting to get through all of these, but it is my hope and my dream that I can, especially since the weather is going to start turning not so great and I might be spending more time indoors. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get to most, if not all of these, if I have a good reading month. So I just wanted to first start out with the book that I'm carrying over into October, and that is It by Stephen King. At this point, I'm only like 275 pages in, which in terms of pages, that sounds impressive, but in terms of the whole book, I have about like 900 pages to go. So I will be carrying this into October. I am hoping that I can finish this really soon so that I can watch the movies with my husband. So that is my hope. So here's the first one that I'm hoping to finish in October. The next book that I have, The Blade Itself by Jo Abercrombie. I have been seeing Lezlie from the Nerdy Narrative. I'll link her channel down below. She loves the First Law trilogy, and I really feel like a lot of booktubers who have read Jo Abercrombie absolutely love this trilogy. As a little preview, my dad got me this book. Well, my parents, but my dad and I went book shopping and he got me this one at my request. So here is one that I'm hoping to read in October, and to be honest, I don't really know what it's about. I just know that it's a grimdark fantasy, and that's all I really need to know. And also, I really trust Lezlie from the Nerdy Narrative and also Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads. I really trust their opinion on books, so I'm really excited to get to this one. Next up, I have The Ikasar Falcon by K.S. Veloso. Sadly, my copy got a little wrinkled in the mail, but what can you do? I read The Wolf of Oren-Yaro in September. You will see my September wrap-up video coming up soon. So I'm hoping to continue on with the sequel. I don't want to give too much away, but The Wolf of Oren-Yaro is about this queen named Queen Talion, I believe is how you say her name, and she is supposed to be ruling this kingdom of Jinsaying but with her husband, but her husband disappeared the night before his coronation, and you don't really know why he left and why she hasn't seen him in 5 years since. They share a son together, and she decides to go meet him after she receives a letter from him to try to see if they can reconcile, but so many other things happen. It's full of politics and so much action. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next book in the trilogy. This next book, I'm sure not many people have heard about it yet. It recently came out, I believe, in August, but it is written by my former high school English teacher. I know someone who has written a book, and I'm just so proud of her, and I really wanted to support her, so I wanted to buy her book. So I plan to read this in October and do a dedicated review for it, and that is House on Sand by Debbie Handman. This book doesn't really fit my dark and creepy atmosphere, but it does handle a lot of dark topics. The brief synopsis that I know about is it's about the wife who, her name is Ellie Gold. She is married to a pastor, and then she finds out that he is having an affair with her niece. Not exactly happy news for her, and pretty much As a Christian woman, she is shattered, and then she's having to pick up the pieces, taking care of her kids and figuring out her next step. And then her faith is tested through this really turbulent time in her personal life. So I am really excited to get to this because, like I said, I know the person who wrote it. She was my former high school English teacher, and I'm just so proud of her for writing a book, and I can't wait to read it and give you guys my thoughts on it. The next book I have is The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. This is another book that Lezlie from the Nerdy Narrative made me want to read. So this book, again, I don't really know that much about it. I just know from her explanation that it is very sexy in a not super sexy way. Like, it's sexy in which the people with their culture, just the act of taking off a glove in the way it's written is just, wow, it makes you sweat. And I just think it's like Roman inspired, or I'm probably getting that wrong, but it's kind of a fantasy based on a European country, and it seems like they wear masks, and I don't really need to know much more than that. So, and look at this cover. It is stunning. It's a little bit of a chunker, and I think the second book, I believe this is going to be a trilogy. The second book is coming out in December, I think. So really excited to get to this one. And then last but not least, I am going to be adding the Ember Blade. I still have the receipt in the book. I have the Ember Blade by Chris Wooding. This is another book that Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads has recommended, and him and Lezlie from the Nerdy Narrative are going to be reading this in October, or at least Lezlie is. I think Andrew recommended this book to her. And again, I don't really know much about this book either. I just know it has a great friendship in here and fantasy. That's all I really need to know. Another chunky book, so this is an ambitious TBR that I have, but I'm really excited to get to this one. Also, shout out to my friend James for getting me really nice flowers. James is a nice family friend. James, if you're watching, thank you for the flowers. I put them by my bed. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have for the month of October. For me, this is a really ambitious stack of books, and you have seen how thick some of them are, but I am going to be optimistic and just see what I can do. Let's see what I can do when I push myself. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.